Let's talk about Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Currently, this team is 3-4, and they're on a 2-game losing streak. They lost against the Atlanta Falcons, and they just lost against the Buffalo Bills in tough fashion. Both games were close. They lost to the Atlanta Falcons by a field goal, and their defense had 3 fumbles alone on Desmond Ridder. It was a beautiful touchback play in that game by Antoine Winfield. And Antoine Winfield was making big plays against the Buffalo Bills as well. This Buccaneers team is not going to make it far this season. They may be a team that's above 500 or just a couple games below 500. Todd Bowles is the type of head coach that plays not to lose football games, but doesn't play to win football games. And I'm not blaming him for this. I still do not believe that he's a good head coach in the NFL, but I believe that he's a very good defensive coordinator in the NFL. He's a very brilliant defensive mind, and we're seeing it right now. Their secondary is questionable, but it's because of all the blitzing that they do with this team. Vita Vea leads his team in sacks with 3.5 sacks. Shaquille Barrett has not been able to go down there and sack the quarterback, but he's been very good since he came off the torn Achilles, and he had a beautiful game against the Chicago Bears. The thing is, with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they can beat teams that are below 500. Because their defenses just go out there, put a lot of pressure on the quarterback, take the football away, and they could put up big-time points with guys like Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Baker Mayfield. They can't run the football. That's the problem. It's the same situation they were in last season. They struggled a lot last season because they could not run the football, and they did that with Tom Brady. Not saying that Baker Mayfield is the perfect quarterback, but he's not the reason why they're losing football games. As a matter of fact, he's proved me completely wrong. I thought Baker Mayfield would be the reason why they were losing football games. He's played very solid with this team. And against the Buffalo Bills, he didn't have that much time to pocket, didn't put the ball in harm's way, and was doing everything that he could to just get the ball to guys like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Does he make every single throw? No, he doesn't. Is he the perfect quarterback? No, he is not, but he's a very solid option for this team. They just have to be able to run the football better. They're 29th in rushing. And last season, they were dead last in running the football. This isn't any better. And Rachaad White is not a terrible running back. They need a guy that can go back there and be a dynamic runner and pass catcher with this team, because if you can't run the football, you can go back to the old system the Patriots used to use, where you dink and dunk the ball down the field with 3 to 4 yards, and essentially those short passes are your run game. Now, the NFL has transitioned into more of a, we're going to stop those type of plays from happening, but you can still do that. The San Francisco 49ers do it a lot as well when they can't get Christian McCaffrey going into space, and Christian McCaffrey is a different beast. What I'm looking at right now with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Dave Canales' play calling is very questionable at times, due to the fact that they can't run the football. He knows that. So sometimes within certain games, he just gives up on the run completely, and he'll just try to do some screens or just do some different things to just try to get Baker Mayfield on the run. It is a problem when Baker Mayfield is a more dynamic rushing threat on your team. It shouldn't be that way. And no offense to Baker Mayfield, but no quarterback of his caliber should be the main rusher for their team for majority of the games. He was the most dynamic runner against the Atlanta Falcons, and he doesn't have the same skill set as a Josh Allen or a Lamar Jackson. You're holding Baker Mayfield out there dead to rights, basically, because you have a one-dimensional offense. Teams are not putting safeties in the box. They're not loading up the box because they know the offensive line cannot get a push up front. And that is on the offensive line. A lot of it is because Ryan Jensen is missing all of this season. He missed all of last season as well. He got to play one game last season against the Dallas Cowboys in a wild card game, and that was pretty much it. If he was able to play with this team at the center position, maybe they would be in a better situation. But right now, they can't run the football. And Dave Canales is doing everything they can. He's drawing them new plays every week. He's trying to use motion. It just doesn't work. They just can't get a push up front. And with that being said, you're not going to be able to go out there and make a deep playoff run or even make a realistic playoff push if you cannot run the football. Teams that cannot run the football, they head into December and January, you don't have a good rest of your schedule, especially in terms of just winning football games in general. One thing that I am noticing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, when they don't have Mike Evans going early, that also stagnates the offense as well. Chris Godwin is still a very good wide receiver, but Mike Evans is a true alpha male in that room with this team. So with that being said, they're not good enough to make a deep playoff run, and they're not bad enough to go out there and get a top 5 to top 10 pick. And I don't see them trading a bunch of players before the trade deadline. I don't see them trading Antoine Winfield, trading Devin White, trading Mike Evans at the trade deadline. I just don't see that happening, because ownership still believes that they can go out there and make a playoff push. They're stuck in mediocrity right now due to the head coaching decisions of Todd Bowles, And majority of it is because they don't have a running game. So let me know in the comment section below how you feel about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Are they a team that could turn this entire thing around, or will they just be a team that continue to beat up on teams that are below 500 and they just cannot hang with the top teams in the NFL? And you look at certain games. They played the Buffalo Bills close. It wasn't a horrible game. They played the Atlanta Falcons close, just a couple plays away from winning that game. And when they went against the Philadelphia Eagles, yes, they got punched in the mouth, but their defense made a lot of good plays. It just came down to the fact that they could not run the football. So let me know how you feel about this team in the comment section below. New to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, we want each and every last one, guys, stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.